Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Or as the Message puts it, you're blessed when your commitment to God provokes persecution. The persecution drives you even deeper into God's kingdom. If we're being honest, most of us have no idea what it really looks like to be persecuted. I mean, we've all experienced bullies and jerks. We've all faced insults and passive aggressiveness. But real persecution is deeper than that. Persecution arises out of a fear and a lack of understanding. And we fear that which we don't understand, and we cannot love that which we fear. One of the most misunderstood personality types is the observer or investigator. This type has a deep inner commitment to truth and knowledge. They would rather sit back and people watch than actually engage in social interactions. I mean, they read the encyclopedia for fun as kids. They're typically the type of people who know a little bit about everything and everything about something. The pursuit of knowledge and insight takes a high priority in their lives, to the point that they can actually seem aloof or standoffish. They tend to act more introverted than most other types, which oftentimes makes it hard to relate to. They may be able to talk your ear off about differentials or automatic transmissions, but might not be up to date on the latest Marvel movies. Observers or investigators are passionate about getting things right and doing things right. When they gain interest in a subject, they tend to go all in. They can be some of the best researchers or scientists or engineers, but they might not be the best spouse, friend, or coworker. And this can actually lead to ostracism and misunderstanding. And we fear that which we don't understand. And we cannot love that which we fear. We mistreat that which we do not love. These personality types can feel persecuted because of their beliefs and values and their hoard of knowledge. They can feel left out and excluded and unwelcomed. That is, if they ever actually admit to these feelings. You can sort of see this personality type in Nicodemus as he faces some form of persecution. He appears 3 times in John's gospel. First, he has a nighttime conversation with Jesus in which Jesus challenged everything he thought he knew about God. The second time we see him, Nicodemus is standing up for Jesus, pointing out that their own law prohibits the leaders from arresting Jesus without cause. They all turn on him and begin to ridicule him, even though he was simply stating facts, using his knowledge of the law to defend Jesus. You see, people don't really like know-it-alls. And that's the boat that most observers or investigators find themselves in more often than we realize. So, what's the point in all of this? Why the 5-minute lessons on personality types? I mean, really, does all of this matter? Well, it's important for all of us to do a better job getting to know one another. Well, I mean, we all know the emphasis that Jesus puts on loving people. Later in the Sermon on the Mount, he tells them to love your enemies. And when he's asked by the rich young ruler about the greatest command, Jesus says what it is, and he includes the second greatest command, right? Love your neighbor as yourself. But here's the thing. You cannot love your neighbor if you're afraid of them. You cannot overcome your fear of them if you don't take the time to know and understand them. And that's what we all want, really, to know and to be known, to love and to be loved. And that's what the kingdom of heaven is all about.